Bum ba dum ba doo 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 da da ba doo doo dee doo 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 boo ba doo doo doo. I'm not musically talented.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening. But they fought with expert timing. I promise I will never do that again. Yes, I will. Hey guys, this is Chris Lucier coming at you as Chris Lucier, and I'm here to give you my review of Kung Fu Panda 3. Yeah. Kung Fu Panda 3. Woo! This was awesome! Okay, I've calmed down. No I haven't. Woo! Okay, I'm done now. First, I'm gonna go over my opinions of the other two Kung Fu Panda movies. Kung Fu Panda, I thought it was a great movie. I loved it when it first came out. I was 11 when I saw it in theaters, and so you could have stuck me in front of anything that had punching, kicking, and a few jokes, and I would have loved it. It was in a time when I didn't really appreciate good filmmaking. I liked Dragon Ball Evolution back then because I was an idiot, but now I've matured a bit more, and I actually analyze movies, and this is it's a great movie. The action is good. The characters are good. It was funny. I loved it. Kung Fu Panda 2, it was just a great improvement. It was a great sequel. Better than the first, and I loved it even more. Or it was my favorite CG movie until How to Train Your Dragon 2 came along. But it's just fantastic. And now on to Kung Fu Panda 3. This is a very special movie to me because I got to see it on my birthday, which was this week. I turned 19, and this was a fantastic birthday present from my mom and dad, and I love them. These movies, they just keep getting better and better. Kung Fu Panda movies, when you hear the idea in your head, Jack Black is the Kung Fu Panda, it sounds like the dumbest idea you could ever do. Like, what were they smoking to think that this was a good idea? Yeah. But it surprisingly works so well. So, in this movie, we have a new bad guy for Po to fight, who's a yak named Kai, who has a history with Oogway and has returned from the spirit world. And Po, continuing on his journey, continuing on developing his character, he now has to learn how to be a teacher. And he finds his dad, he finds his people, and he has to teach them to be an army, so that they can fight Kai and his army of... I'm not going to spoil what they are because it's actually pretty awesome when you see it for the first time. And when you're not expecting it, it's really cool. What's so good about this movie is that, and these movies in general, is that Po continues to evolve as a character. He's still silly, he's still, kind of a buffoon, but I love that they're elevating him into teacher. And it allows for some really funny jokes. Poe himself is funny. The characters are funny. The characters working off of each other is funny. The scene where Poe meets the panda village, it's just joke after joke after joke, rapid fire jokes and comedy. It's so funny. But it knows how to pace itself. It knows when to stop and slow down for an emotional moment, and like that's, you can barely find that in a movie that tries to be a comedy. Like, Poe's dad gets more screen time in this movie. Not Poe's birth dad. Of course, he's gonna get more screen time. Like, he's in the trailer. But Mr. Peng, the goose, he has more screen time. He's so funny. Poe's two dads working off of each other. They are funny. They could be a sitcom. A goose and a panda try to raise their own panda. I would watch that show. You would probably not, because I'm insane. The martial arts continue to be like so awesome. I take martial arts. In fact, I just got home from a martial arts class. As it is so. These people really analyzed some actual kung fu styles and really brought them to life. And that's pretty hard to do with an animated movie. It isn't just like in a live action movie like The Matrix, where you can just set up some kung fu lessons for Keanu Reeves. But no, they actually have to program in these kung fu moves, and it's just so cool. I'm not saying that the whooshy finger hold is a actual move. Of course, it's not an actual move. Don't just think you can grab someone and then just go skadoosh. Tigress and Poe, their friendship once again gets built on. They did that in the last movie, and it was so good. But they did it again here, and Tigress even gets some funny scenes, even if it's only as just a straight man, straight woman, straight tigers. Whatever. Kai is played by J.K. Simmons, and he does an excellent job. I couldn't even tell that it was his voice. Lord Shen from Kung Fu Panda 2 continues to be the most threatening villain. The peacock is more threatening than the snow leopard and an undead yak. But they do try very hard and succeed in making Kai funny. I enjoyed this villain. When he wasn't very threatening, like I said. Like, he had his moments, but he wasn't like all around threatening like Shenhua was. But he was still pretty funny. The side characters are fun, like just so much fun. And even if they're only in the movie for like 2 seconds, 4 seconds, like, this is just great. The pandas, they have great lines. The individual pandas and the pandas as a whole, they're great. I love the panda village. Another thing is that these movies, they follow a pattern, a formula, but they still manage to do this formula in a different way. Hey, and Kung Fu Panda does it in this creative, imaginative way, hey, and it's just so amazing. Now let's talk about the animation. This is probably one of the most gorgeous movies I've ever seen. And this is CGI. That's not easy to do with CGI. Like, they have this CGI 2D mesh with the backgrounds, and it looks just, it's so beautiful. Like, this is just, it's, oh my gosh. They really took their time and knew what they were doing with this movie. They did the same thing in the first two movies, but I'm just noticing it here. I didn't really notice it that much in the first two, but here it is. It's beautiful. It's like all those stylish movies that are gorgeous, like The Secret of Kells and Song of the Sea, and like Spirited Away. Hey, like this movie, this CGI movie is in there. It's just so beautiful. The final battle is a marvel to behold. Like, I'm not gonna give away any spoilers, but it's it's one of the most beautiful climaxes I've ever seen. This movie wraps everything up in a nice, tight, beautiful bow. There are no more loose ends. There are no more questions. Everything is solved. All the character arcs come to a close here. Poe's journey to finding himself and being a true kung fu master. Tigress's journey to being not as hardcore and opening herself up to others. There's Shifu's journey of kind of the same thing, finding inner peace and being less neurotic and cynical. Well, he still has his moments in this movie. Mr. Peng's story arc. Yes, the goose has a story arc in these movies, whether we see it or not. It's there. His character arc of worrying that he's going to lose Po. Whether it's to a crazy bandit or to his biological father, it comes to a close here. Everything it is done. This feels like a perfect ending to the franchise. DreamWorks has reported that there might be a possibility for 3 more sequels. I would be perfectly fine with that. We wouldn't need them, but I would welcome it with open arms if they did make more sequels, because this was originally supposed to be a 6-movie series, but even if it just ends with 3, I will take it. I will take this and all the shorts and the TV show, and I will embrace it with open arms and hold it close. The soundtrack in this movie is just excellent. I love Hans Zimmer's work. I love stuff like Kai's theme. This movie even made me cry at a few points. I mean, it's like Kung Fu Panda 3 made me tear up. Like, whoever made these movies needs to run DreamWorks. Everything about this movie is just gorgeous. It's beautiful. Well, it's excellent. And it's probably going to be one of the best movies of the year, and the year is only just getting started. hearted. From what I've heard, DreamWorks is in some financial trouble right now. Oh, and if this was their last movie, if this was their swan song, I would be perfectly fine with that. It's a perfect note to go out on. No, wait, there's still Trolls this year. Oh my gosh, it looks so stupid. And if you're wondering about when the next animated revolution is, which probably you're not, it's on its way. It's taking a little bit longer than I thought it would. So just please be patient. And there's a lot to edit. And I'm trying to edit 2 reviews at once. And both with plot scenes. So please just hang in there. I'm sure there's other stuff on the internet, or you can check out some of my other videos. Guys, what did you think of Kung Fu Panda 3? Comment in the comment section and let me know. I really want to hear your thoughts. Please like and subscribe. And check out my other videos and going out catchphrase. Everybody was kung fu fighting.